So everybody is happy today because I have changed the entire topic. Instead of you guys having group discussion on Telegram, today we took you all, and in fact hijacked, abducted everybody and made you all sit here, and we both will be talking. The main purpose of this is...
Any questions are welcome.
But in the end, okay, another thing, we thought, let us give some life lessons, some leadership qualities, some team building, because in the corporate world, nowadays we need team building as well as leadership qualities. Side by side, that he will take care. Side by side, I will be taking care of people skill. Okay, so it's all yours.
To start with, I will tell something about leadership. Now, when we talk about leadership, it is not only that CEO is the leader. Everybody should be leader at his place wherever he is there, because then only he will be able to deliver best and take care of people as well as support people also. What are the qualities needed for leadership? He should be a good speaker, he should be a good listener, and he should be a good learner. These are the three basic qualities needed for a leader. What leader has to do? He has to take people along with him. And for taking people along with him, the most important thing is interpersonal relationship. When we talk about interpersonal relationship, mainly it is understanding people. Understanding people. Suppose unless you understand the people, unless you know the pulse of the movement, what is the pulse, what people desire, what they are expecting, it will not be possible for you to take people along with you. So understanding, when I say what type of person he is, what are his plus and minus, what will be advantageous for us, and where he should be fitting in the game of whatever is their goal is there, where he will fit in, that you have to understand very well. That is important both for leadership as well as forming a team. So you must understand them very well. Once you know the people, then it becomes very easy to convince him for anything. And that once the person is convinced, he will definitely follow. Now, for leadership examples, there are many leadership. He must be a good visionary. We should be able to work differently, should be able to tackle conflict situations, he should be able to work under pressure. Any kind of pressure it comes, he should be able to deal with it. And for that reason, if I will give one example to you, in 1912 World Cup, sorry, 1912 was there, no, sorry, 1920. 1920 World Cup was there, and then Dhoni, which year it was, I don't remember. 1912 was there.
1912 कहाँ से? 2012.
2011.
2011.
2012 World Cup. Dhoni was new, and all his team was new. Everybody was new, but Dhoni was great visionary. He was knowing how to work differently, how to tackle situations differently. So he just assessed, analyzed, and found out that what is the strength of his team and what is the weakness of his team. So he got to know that fielding is the weakness, whereas the batting and bowling is the strength of our team. So he collected all his people, gave a moral building lecture, and told them, don't bother about fielding, but give your best. Our strength is bowling and batting. Work on it. We will be successful. And that's how, if you see that, if you ask me or ask anybody who is the greatest leader in captaining India, MS Dhoni is the first name, because he was successful in so many games and he took people along with him. He developed people. He mentored people. He coached people. The entire team was built by him from scratch. and he carried it long. So he was a great leader, his great leadership quality. And from what background he has come? He has come from a very humble background. He was working as a TC in railways, and from there he has come up to that. So there is leadership. Main thing is there that he must have determination. He must be able to analyze. He should be a good visionary. What are his strengths? What is the strength of his? What are his weaknesses? And work on that and work differently. These are the main things. Again, there are great leaders are also there. There are so many great leaders are there from whom we can learn. You might have heard about Abdul Kalam and Satish Dhawan. I think those stories you might all have heard so many times, that how Satish Dhawan has means given support to Abdul Kalam during failure, and when it was he came forward to take the blame on him. He was the chief of that ISRO that time. He came forward to take the blame about failure, but when there was success, he brought Abdul Kalam forward and told him, "You go and take the credit for success." So those are the qualities of the leadership. There are so many names in the leadership. Steve Jobs made a great team from scratch. He was thrown away from the Apple, but he didn't lose heart. He built another team, and again the Apple was forced to take him, because without him they were not getting success, because he had the great leadership quality. He was able to build a team. Now, for example, if you see where all the leadership is needed, nowadays leadership is needed everywhere, and everybody should be a leader at his own place. That's most important thing. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I would like to tell. See, when we talk about side by side, I am going leadership. After all, we are talking about people. So here my people skill also comes side by side. First thing, have a smile on your face. You become approachable, accessible when you have a smile on your face. That's the first thing which I would like to do. Another thing, mind it, that the slowest way of reaching the top is the best way. The more slow you move forward, because you will be firm. Each step what you take will be firm, and you will be taking steps slowly but steadily, and you will reach the top. That's the mantra to success. If you want to jump and then jump and take, it's not what will happen. You will think that yes, the goal is just near, but you'll slip and fall down. But if you take a longer route slowly, then it is sure that it will take you to the goal, whatever is your goal. Another thing, when we talk about leadership or people skill, in both the cases, empathy is needed. What is empathy? Empathy is nothing but feeling in the same manner what the other person is feeling. Same manner you are feeling as the other person. So you can understand, you can read the mind of the people, and you can act accordingly. Most important again, you must have some kindness in you. Empathy is there, kindness will automatically come. Empathy is there, compassion will already come. These are the qualities which are needed either to become a leader or to get success in life. In normal way, when I talk about people skill, always remember, we always brood over, feel sorry about what happened in the past. When we try to do something and we failed, for days together, we sit and we feel very sad about what has happened. Forget. What has happened has happened. It is past. You cannot bring it back. But if you have failed, it is a great lesson you can learn from your failure. So failure becomes the most important part in your life, because it teaches you a lesson. Instead of sitting in some bar or etc. anywhere and having nice drink, because I don't know from where this word depression has come. Depression, Bay of Bengal, it's okay. But depression of mind for what? Either you fail or you win. Only two things can happen in life. When you win, no problem. Nothing great has happened. You worked hard, you got it. If you failed, yes, there's a lesson you can learn from that. That is people's skill. Once that thing is over, don't brood, don't regret, because those who regret, those who feel sorry and repent, brood over it, these people will be brood, always living in the past. Move forward. Life is not going to be stagnant in one place. And learn from whatever is your failure and go forward and see how well you can do it. How can you improve those things which made you fail over there? Anything you would like to say?
You see, further coming to leadership, there are many new things are there. Now, networking is another important area where you should take care. Unless you have got connections, unless you have got approach, you will not be able to do good for your team or for your organization wherever you are working, or at whatever place you are working, unless you are good, having good networking. And exploitation of technology, that is use of technology. Now the latest example, uh, forget about the party politics. I am not a politician. I don't follow any party. But Modi ji is a great leader, no doubt about it. He has got good networking. He has traveled all around the world and brought many nations, many countries in favor of India, which was not there earlier. Now that at least people know India and people understand India, what India is doing, how India is developing, and what new things India is doing. And for that reason, they are coming forward to support India in many areas. So that's a good networking. Now that has helped in isolating Pakistan up to some extent. So that is also an achievement. And you talk about the use of technology to reach people. He is using video conferencing. He is doing to remote areas. Now he is traveling, of course, when during Corona days, he was doing videos through video broadcasting. He was contacting with the people. He has got another view, that Man Ki Baat, to reach up to every corner of India. Every month he is doing one Man Ki Baat program. So he is exploiting the technology to fullest extent. That's a good example of course, leadership.
1 minute, when he told Mr. Modi, I would like to tell you one small anecdote of Mr. Modi, which I heard in one of his videos, in which he was giving speech. I don't remember when. Mr. Modi, when one day he was traveling by train, he saw a polio affected boy who couldn't stand, who couldn't walk and all, was traveling by a train, and he used to do boot polish. He used to do boot polish in the train only to the passengers. So Mr. Modi noticed him very clearly. He saw that he asked people for boot polish, and people wanted to give money. He refused to take. He said, no, I don't like begging. This is my self-esteem that I am doing this work. As soon as the man gave his shoes, he took the shoes. And when that 5 minutes what he was polishing, from his bag, he took out one newspaper, that day's newspaper. And on top, he had written 2 sentences in English: have a good day. Today's day will be very, very good for you. Now, 5 minutes, he gave that paper to the person whose shoes he was polishing. See the way he tried to bring the things on track. That the man who was getting his shoes polished, he was happy that he was getting to that day's newspaper to read. So the thing is, see, this is the way that you attract. When you are trying to start a business or anything, do something out of the box thinking. Not the same thing. Oh, boot polish. No, he didn't do. But by the time he was doing boot polish, he was taking out the latest newspaper and giving it. I have seen this in front of my old house also. There, this Elnir fellow is there who gives tender coconut. He always keeps two newspaper with him. One, the Telugu one, because he is a Telugu person, and second newspaper English. And whoever comes there to drink Elnir, they get the opportunity to read the headlines and he has kept 2 chairs also. Isn't it? And I have seen that his stall, where he keeps, he's a vendor, where he keeps his coconut is always filled. Why it is filled with people? Because he knows and he talks 2 minutes. Interpersonal skills. Same thing what I am doing with you all. I form groups. You all get maximum time for group discussion. Isn't it? Why? So that you interact with different people. And when you interact with different people, you get the opportunity of mingling with them, mixing with them. Sometimes you are in one group, sometimes you are in another group. One time I put you in Telegram group where you see unknown faces. Abhi, recently I have started that mingling 4 groups together. All these are to develop your interpersonal skills. Yes, sir.
Now, coming another quality of a leader is that protecting his own people, whichever team is there, protecting those people. And if they are doing some mistakes also, Kalam and Satish Dhawan, one example was there. Another story, I'll tell you a short story. Elizabeth II, once she called a South African queen for dinner. She was hosting dinner for South African queen. So what has happened? The dinner went off very well. Everything was fine. She was very happy with everything. Went off. At the end, as per custom. So before, what happens? For when somebody goes for dignitary, then before that they are coached, they are told that how you have to take the how you have to eat, how you have to say. All these table etiquettes or manners are taught to the new people. So that African queen, everything was taught. So she could use the fork and spoon and knife, etc. Very because she was knowing, she could use properly. But what has happened? One thing they forgot. At the end of when the supper was over, then at the end, the person brought the finger bowl. In the finger bowl, some hot water and one piece of lime will be there. Lemon will be there. That was for washing hands. So they brought it and kept in front of African queen. That they could not brief her. So she also could not understand what is this. And that was the new thing for her. She took that and drank it. Now everybody was white. Everybody got scared. Now queen is going to fire us. Our job has gone. Finished. Everybody was really scared about the queen, when the queen is going to blast. But what has happened? The queen also took the bowl and drank it. That is the leadership quality. She protected her people, her own staff. She could not do any drama there, or later on also, because it happens. People can do mistakes. Mistakes can happen, but you have to cover it. And so nicely you have to cover it so that anyone should not understand. Anybody from outside is there, he should not understand that this was a mistake. So those are the very important thing for a leader. Those are the lessons for the leaders. Yeah.
Now, see, every time the circumstances won't be the same according to your choice. The different circumstances. In a day, you get up, common I'm telling you, when we get up from morning to night, the circumstances are not the same. Sometimes you feel very happy, sometimes something happens that makes you get irritated. But in every circumstances, one thing is under your control. The control is the choice of thoughts. That's under your control. That how do you think to act, to respond, react in those situations? Whatever may be the circumstances, but you have the choice of making a choice of your thoughts to respond according to what is needed at that time. Don't try to run away from opportunity. When once Saurabh Ganguly was giving his interview, he told, and it is known fact, that there are problems which are going to come to you. Problems will keep coming to you. To run away from the problem is failure. You fail only when you exit. You are still in the game unless and until you plan to exit. So don't try to run away. Again bounce back. ठीक है, सोमवार को गेम खराब हो गया, थर्सडे को फिर ठीक हो जाएगा. This is life. Sometimes there is day, sometimes it comes and slowly night comes. Sometimes it is Amavasya, sometimes it is Purnima. In the same way in our lives also, there are good times and bad times. In a day it may happen. But one thing is sure for you, that you can control the bad things only by the choice of your right thought. And right thought doesn't come to everybody. You must be surrounded with people also who have right thoughts. Some people I have seen, and I have also told in class also, that at least have a smile on your face. Dukhi atma kyun baitha hai? I tell everybody. So this is the reason that I tell you, that when you smile, what happens? The entire problem becomes opportunity. I don't take any problem as a problem. If it has come, it's a God-sent opportunity. Either I will pass or fail. Ki farak penda? In both the cases, it is win-win situation for me. In one, I am winning. In another one, I am learning. In both the ways, there is win-win situation, because either you are learning or you are winning. So you're not losing anything. Don't you all want to learn? Everybody wants to learn. And who's the best teacher? Your own experiences are your best teacher. No other person can teach you in life. I'm saying so much, you will listen from this year, and this year you will slip out. I know it. You all are my children. I know it very well. But when you experience the same thing, you will never forget it. It will remain in your mind forever and forever. Anything new?
No, regarding team skills.
Team skills, you tell?
I'll tell something about team skills. Nothing can work without team. A lone person cannot do anything. Of course, forget some examples. Examples are there, some alone people, but generally for success you need help of people. So as an individual, what you can do is different. As a team, you can do different. And a very old story, which I have heard in childhood. There was a farmer. He had 4 sons. I read that story, I think class 3 or 4, somewhere it was there in Hindi book. There was a farmer. He had, I think all of you also must have read that story. There was a farmer having 3-4 children, and always they were fighting. They were not listening each other, fighting each other, and farmer was really in trouble. He was thinking that once I passed away, how they will take care of my farming area, my whatever is there. If they fight, then nothing can grow, nothing will happen, and they will lose everything. And they might talk that divide the land and all those things they will talk, and at the end, if nothing will be fruitful. So, and when he was about to die, at the deathbed, he called all his 4 sons and told, bring some sticks. They brought few sticks. Now he told them, they tie it together. They tied everything together. Now one by one, he told everyone, break it. All 4 of them tried, but they could not. Then afterwards, he told, open that, and gave one stick to each. Now he told, break it. They could break it easily. He told, son, my dear son, see, what is the strength of a team? If you all 4 are together, no one can damage you. No one can do any damage to you. So be together. And that was a great lesson for the children, and they understood that what is the meaning of team. Similarly, team is very, very important for anything and everything. All the organizations, all the companies are giving the topmost importance to this. That's why what is there, they see how the person is good in, first thing they say, he should be a good team player. When I talk about a team player, he should be able to work in a team. He should be able to he should be a good listener. He should understand other person. As a team lead, what is needed? He should understand people. Again, he should understand the strengths of people, skills of people, in which skill a person is great, in which skill he. So accordingly, if he allocates the skills, then he will get success. If gives the wrong person wrong skills, then outcome will not be there. The person will also not be satisfied, and the results will also not come.
I would like to tell you, have you noticed when I tell someone write the homework, then I know if I tell someone, no one would write. That is why I take specially a name of a person, because if I take the name, the person becomes accountable to me. Have you all seen in the sessions? I tell one person, oh, Vishal, you write. Alok, you write. I tell the name and specify that person that he has to write the homework or something, whatever it is given in the class. As a result, I know that person is accountable to me. Otherwise, someone means someone. And when he told about team, I have told you all in class that even small creatures like ants can pick up such a big cockroach. If one ant tries, can't pick up a cockroach, but they all join together as a team. And such a big cockroach, all the ants carry together, haisha, haisha, and they take away. Isn't it? I have told you the story of the ant. So even not only that, recently 3 days back, I read in newspaper that some baby elephant calf was killed in a village. Baby elephant calf, 3-4 days back. And around 40 big elephants went on a rampage in the entire village. The unity was there. Now people would be scared to kill the calves. So these are small things that when you join together, one finger can't do anything, but when you join together, ये मुट्ठी बन जाती है. Similarly, in India, if we all join together and we all come together, just imagine where will India be? Anything?
You see, for forming a team and for the success of team, first and foremost thing is their aim. What is your aim? What is your goal? And you should understand what all planning is needed for that. If you think about the Mahatma Gandhi, he was a great visionary. He could understand that British they have got the very strong force. It is not possible to defeat them by force. It is not possible, though all Indians are also sepoy, but it is not possible because everyone will not come together. And that's how you have seen the example of 1857 Gadar also. They could not get successful because it was not possible. So then they had power. So that's why it was not. But Mahatma Gandhi was visualized. If we can beat them, we can beat them by bringing people together. So he started mass movement, bringing people. When the mass movement was there, peaceful movement, they cannot do anything. Britishers cannot do anything also. They could not do anything. Nothing can be done because they are peaceful. Unless there is violence, they cannot take action. So all those things, he was a great visionary. And see, that leadership, it's not necessary that he has got the power or he has got the authority. Mahatma Gandhi has no authority, no power. Nothing was there. Now some people may credit, okay, there may be a lot of deficiencies in him. I don't say he was 100% perfect. There may be a lot of deficiencies. Nothing, but he has got the goal and he could achieve it with his commitment, which is power of taking people together. So that's the thing, and that's how for team people also, team spirit also, there should be a goal, aim, and taking people together. Goal and aim is required for achieving that. Whether it is, there are so many examples for any project. There's an aim, completion of the project, doing the project into as per client requirement. And nowadays in IT companies, there's a goal to achieve. Every company has got a goal, and for any organization or company, the goal is success. Goal is means growth. Goal is new areas. All those things are there, and people have to work towards that. And if you see that, what is there? Any restaurant, what is their goal? Any restaurant, teamwork is needed, but what is their goal?
To
What is
serve
their goal?
to serve the quality food.
Yes.
Customer satisfaction.
Actually,
The goal is customer satisfaction. When the customer is satisfied, and for that they have to work in a team. From the person who is standing at the gate also, whenever he will open the gate and say good morning, good evening, we will say, when you go then only wish. So you know how you have been welcomed there. Inside also somebody will accompany you, give your seat, pull your chair for ladies, let them to sit. All those things are there. So many team spirit, teamwork is there. So everybody is working in tandem. Similarly, the other example is there. Any movie, you take any movie, what is their aim? Success of movie. Success of movie. In terms of both the audience as well as money. So that's the aim. So for them, for any aim, only team could be formed. And it should be a very good team player at any time. Anything else?
Yes. I would like to tell you all about being very positive in very odd times also, and above all, keeping calm. Every day, it won't be of your choice. I'll tell you about two paintings. There was a painting competition, and in that painting competition, the topic was peace. The topic was peace. Now, in that competition, lastly, two paintings were selected. Only two paintings. In that two paintings, one painting saw gusty winds everywhere, like there was, you can say, tornado, typhoon, but even seaside was shown with typhoons. Everywhere it was full of nature's rage, nature's wrath, nature's calamity. One side they kept that painting. Another side, again, there was another painting which showed all nature's wrath, nature's rage, fury. But at the same time, they showed a small tree, and on that a bird's nest. And the bird sitting in the nest, spreading its wings and covering her kids. Now, in those two, which painting could have been selected? What do you think?
Second one.
Second one.
Second one.
Why the second one was selected? Yes, the second one was selected because in the odd times, when there was so many gusty winds and everything, still the bird was keeping its calm and covering its small birdies in spite of so much of restlessness outside. This should be the attitude of a person, that there might be so many problems, but if you keep calm, you'll be able to think out of the box for the solution. If you panic, then you will react. If you keep calm, you will learn how to respond in those times. Anything you want to tell?
You see, for the live example nowadays of team working is there. There is a village Mendha in Gadchiroli district, Maharashtra. You might have heard of that. That is the village. They have not taken any help from government. All the government assistance help, they have not taken at all. On their own, they have got the best of roads, best of architecture, best of water management system, best of sewage management system. All they have done of their own. Everything they have done of their own. And that's how they could do it. Why? Because they had a great team. There are engineers, there are architects, there are musicians, and there are all people are from the same village. That's a team spirit. That's a team. Team can do anything, whatever is possible. So working in a team, being a team player, forming a team, you must feel proud. That's the first thing you should have. Then only a team will be cohesive team. Okay.
When I tell you about in the beginning of the class only, I told you about smile. See, today, when we talk about public speaking, we speak about public speaking. It's also a part of people's skill. Public speaking is not that you take a mic and stand in front of 100 people and talk. Even talking to 2 people is an art. People will forget what did you give them. People will forget what did you speak to them. But people won't forget how you made them feel. That's very important. That how you made them feel will need a particularly choice of words, communication. So even when 2 people are talking, even if a mother and her children are talking, father and children are talking, then too you will find that the communication matters a lot. Some people, some children, they think that there is no bond between me and my parents. That creates a rift and it continues. The rift begins to become greater and greater. It's also because of communication. It's also your public skill. When we talk about speaking to 3 persons, 4 persons, speaking in a group, speaking in a family, all this needs public speaking, boss. Public speaking is not only speaking on the stage. Everywhere it is needed. The choice of right words. You can hurt a person's sentiment. You can make light and happiness in the life of somebody only by the choice of words. Because you see, one thing is there, that whatever comes out from a body, it stings. It is only the choice of right words that we can give happiness to the other person. We can soothe the other person. So make the right choice of your tongue, your speech, your words, each word, what you utter. If you say, ma'am, I have too much of problem. I say, wow. So you got an opportunity to prove yourself. Now that problem is no more a problem. It has converted into opportunity. Someone asked me in an interview that how many problems did you face while coming up this? Problems? I never faced any problems in life. Because whatever came in my way, very simple person, whatever came in my way, I took it as Ramji ki marji. It is God's wish. Whatever has come in my way. And so whatever has come according to God's wish cannot be a problem. It is an opportunity sent to me by God. Now suppose if that so-called opportunity which I say is very big, what should I do? Take a simple way. Go in front of God, ask for strength. He would give you strength. But you must learn to remain calm. People's skill is also, in this skill, very important is how to remain calm and composed in odd situations. Every time the situations won't be like you as you feel like. They'll be different. So that time you remain calm, composed. One small example I'll tell you. I think I have told or not. Vermaji and Sharmaji. They were having a chat on the roof. Somebody ran and came and told, Vermaji, your daughter ran away with somebody, eloped with somebody. And he went away. Within no time, Sharmaji jumped from the roof. When he came to the 8th floor, going down, he realized that he was not married. From where did the daughter come? That she eloped with somebody. By the time when he fell thud on the ground, he realized he was not Vermaji, he was Sharmaji. So don't take any decisions in haste. Sit, think for a while. You will find solutions. When you are panicked, you will not be able to find solutions. You won't be able to face the problem. And another thing, see, if you have problem, don't keep it up to yourself. Speak about the problem with your friends. Like-minded friends, not those friends who are going to laugh at you, mock at you, not those type of friends. And somebody or the other might have faced this problem and they'll give you some solution. You will have multiple choice option. It is up to you. You think properly and go ahead. Are you all understanding? These are all life lessons, life skill. And this happens with each one of us every day. Even when we wake up our children right in the morning, people skill is needed. If I am late, mother being late in getting up, what will be my reaction to the child? Hey, get up early, get up early, get up early. You are late for the school. I'm getting late for making the tiffin. Get up early. And that she'll pick up the child. Part she will put in the washroom. Nahao jaldi, ye karo, wo karo. Everything is going in a mess. The child is going to school, not in a happy mood, but crying mood. If only the mothers get up 10 minutes earlier than their daily schedule, I think they can manage it very well. Isn't it? The child will also be happy. The mother will also be happy. These are all people skill. And when you send your child early in the morning, happy to school, naturally, the vibrations will be happy all around you. Sometimes we try to order, hey, you do, you do, you do. Instead of that, if we start telling, let us start the work, we'll do it together. What a difference it is. You do this work and complete it. Rough voice. Hey, let's start the work and do. You might have seen in so many videos and movies and all that in villages they gather together and they make the things together and they sing song and such a nice atmosphere is there. This all can happen with us only if we learn how to live. I know the world is running very fast. But in this fastness, don't lose your peace of mind. Because that peace of mind, that this skill is also needed. And these skills can be built very easily, but consciously. If you make up your mind to make an effort, if you make an effort to come up in life, if you make an effort consciously, whether it is personality development, public speaking, life skill, team building, leadership quality, any quality can be picked up by each and every one if you consciously try for it. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. So I would like to wind up because I know giving too much of dhamadham, this, what do you say, preachings, children don't like to listen. So instead of that, I would like to ask you all, if you have any small questions, you can put forth and if we will like to answer it.
Yeah, I have a question now.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think, take it as a practical example. How do we identify the goal of each member? See, what kind of question we ask? Because see, for example, what happens generally, right? Think I'm a team leader of 5 members. Each have their own goals. So I don't know what it is. So how do I frame the questions? Because what happens, even for Dhoni as a captain, he was able to mentor them. As a leader, he mentored them and he was able to identify it. Practically, how do we identify them?
See, when you are in a team, Pawan, when you are in a team, the entire team's goal will be one. Personal goal and team goal, they are different. Personal, you may have any aim in life, but when it is in a team, you will have only one goal. the goal of the team. And you cannot win that alone. You have to go along with the team. And how should you identify a goal? Give some time to yourself, 5-10 minutes in the night time, and think, what is the purpose of your coming on this earth? Khali pili phokat mein you have not come. Some purpose might be there in God's mind and when He sent you on this earth. Try to identify. How many of us give time to think of the purpose for what we have come on this earth? That purpose itself will show you your goal. Any other question?
No, why I asked this question, right? We were like 4 people. Other 3 were they were coming to the company to learn something, to do something to the organization. But the other 4 was coming to as a time pass, not to work. So like mentoring them or working with them. See, it is that atmosphere is completely broken. So how do we tackle such kind of a person? Is the one which
learn to motivate them with love.
Now, one thing is there, Pawan, that as I have told you, unless you understand the person, what he likes, what he dislikes, first thing is that the person whom you think that they are not interested in work, they are just coming for salary and they don't want to work, you must understand what is their plus areas, what are their strengths. If you are able to understand the strengths and give the job of their liking, in the team, you have to already find out in the job what are the job, classify in different sections and find out what job will fit for him, which he will like and which he will enjoy. So for that, it is very important to understand that person, understanding which are the positive, what are the strength of that. Let me tell you a short story. Okay, what has happened? There was an elephant. Anybody? There was elephant and a monkey. Both were living in a jungle. So once they met each other and they started fighting. Elephant told, I am strong, I can fell any tree, I can do anything, everything. But the monkey told, no, I am strong because I am fast and agile. Agile means flexible. I am fast and agile, so I am strong. Both of them, then they started fighting, quarreling each other. Then they went to a cunning owl, owl. They have come there and they asked him, tell who is superior. So owl was very cunning fellow. He told, I will give answer to your question. You have to go across the river. There is a tall tree and there is one golden fruit on top of that. If you bring that fruit to me, I will tell you the answer. Now both of them started running. When they reached at the river bank, monkey got stranded. He could not run across the river. Then elephant told him, just sit on my back. And the elephant swam across that and reached the other corner. Now their elephant tried to fell the tree. Tree was very strong. All efforts he has made, but he could not do anything. At the later on, the monkey told, let me try. The monkey climbed on the elephant and climbed on the tree and plucked the fruit and came back and sat on the elephant's back and came back to this side of river where the all was sitting. Now they told, tell me who is the strongest person? Who is the most strong person? All told, no one. Both of you, just imagine if you both of you, if you have not used your strength, then you could not have been successful. So because when the elephant can swim and monkey can jump, so both of them are successful to get their aim or their goal. So that's how it is there in the team. So you have to understand the strength of people. What is their strength? And is to exploit that strength for the benefit of the goal. That's the main area for any success of any team.
And Pawan, not only Pawan, I'm telling everybody, do you think I could have run this for 50.5 years? First thing, I have gratitude to God, gratitude towards God. So thank you, God, and love you, God, I have already taught you. Second, the support of this man. We both joined hands together and we worked together. And today both of us are in front of you. We planned that we are not going to retire. काम करेंगे जब तक काम करना है, बूढ़ा क्यों होना? I don't want to become old. We don't want. Age will keep on, but we both are together. So we can fight any challenges in life. Both are together. So shall I wind up now?
Any other question? Somebody. One more question.
Somebody had a question.
Can you say something about work ethics, ma'am? Work ethics.
Every company that you take.
Now, regarding what work ethics means?
No, generally work
Generally,
ethics.
there you must be honest to your work. When I say honest to your work means, if you are doing any mistake, you must admit it. You should not try to hide it or do not try to point fingers toward others. Everybody knows that if you point a finger, 3 fingers are pointing towards you. So what is there? It means there is something wrong with you which you are trying to blame others. The first and foremost thing is there, you must be honest with your work.
And Sangeeta, I would tell you in the home department, I make many mistakes in the house. How do I tell my boss? गलती हो गई, sorry. अब गलती हो गई, sorry, तो boss तो
Apologize. So we have to apologize
before he knows. देखो गलती हो गई, sorry, कुछ बोलना नहीं, ये भी बोल देते. This also I tell, कुछ बोलना मत, ये गलती तो हो गई मेरे से. And I don't do small mistake. My mistakes are थोड़ा दोड्डा one. Big mistakes I do. But when I do, before he comes to know, I only go, I come to know my mistake. I go and say, boss, गलती हो गई, sorry. डांटना नहीं. अब बेचारा डांटेगा कैसे?
Most important work, you must be loyal to your work. You must be loyal to your organization. You must be honest with yourself or also with the people along with whom you are working. That's very important.
Is it okay now? Shall we close? Okay, so I'm just